Trump stated recently on Air Force One today, we'll start here, that he wants a real end instead of a ceasefire in this conflict with Iran. Check this out.
What specifically is better than a ceasefire? What are you looking for here?
An end, a real end, not a ceasefire. An end.
So something that would be permanent.
Yeah, or giving up entirely.
Is
That's
that
okay too.
Are you close there? Is that possible in the next 24,
Why
48
not?
hours?
Certainly possible. Complete give up. That's possible. Yeah.
All right, so let's just jump. I mean, I gotta get everyone's opinion. We changed in the last 30 days. Remember, this was about a couple months, 45 days ago, something like that. Tulsi Gabbard, DNI, is it secretary or director? I don't know. Is it director of DNI or secretary? I have no idea. Okay, anyways, not that educated. But you have this director of national intelligence, right? Saying just a few months ago, we have no evidence that Iran has reinstated their nuclear program. They shut it down in 2023, and the Ayatollah has the mullah, or whatever they call him now. He has not agreed. So it's a director. Thanks. You can just say that stuff.
Okay.
If you're smarter than me, that's good. You should just, dude.
Prove it.
I was going to tell him because he's actually smarter than me, and he knows a lot of stuff, but he always tries to be nice and not like undercut me on the show or make me look stupid. But it's okay. You can do that because I am kind of stupid in my own way. But thank you for that. So it's the director of national intelligence or whatever. But it's crazy that they said that, and then she put out some weird video. Did you see that cryptic video about how there's like people in the United States government that want to cause a nuclear holocaust, and you got to be careful that we don't do that. So she's kind of like almost leaking information, saying like, hey, there's no nuclear warfare, but somebody's going to try to start a nuclear war. And then all of a sudden, Israel attacks Iran. Trump obviously lies and says that he knew about it. And it was all, the negotiations, he was done with them. It was all secret. It's one of those things where someone does something and you're like, I knew about it the whole time. I knew how we were going to do this. And then all of a sudden he's like, you now have American military is deployed, by the way, into Israel. We are deployed there. I'm pretty sure we always have troops there, but we're deployed. We have 3 carrier groups headed over to the Red Sea. We have nuclear subs. I have a friend who is I'm not going to say, but yes, nuclear subs in the Mediterranean on lock. And we also have the American Air Force, including bomber squadrons, assuming B-2 probably, as well as fighter squadrons that are deployed and currently over the skies in Iran, because Iran does not apparently have capabilities to take on our jets. Okay, let's just start there. It's a lot to happen, right? So we kind of like missed the mark here. We were gone. Trump wants a real end to this. I'm just going to start by saying that's a very scary statement because these nuclear facilities are like a kilometer underground, or half a kilometer underground. Meaning not even a bunker buster could take these out. My understanding is it'd have to be some sort of atomic or nuclear weapon that would have to be used to make that kind of impact. When he said evacuate the whole city, my question is, do we think that a nuclear weapon is on the table, or is that just fear-mongering? Because I don't know. What do you think?
Well, he's sort of a lame duck because he doesn't have to be reelected, so he can say whatever he wants. And I mean, it is his tactic to say outlandish, outrageous things, because he's a crazy person, and then people go, okay, wait, we take it back. And then it was just sort of a bargaining chip. But then also, he does follow up with some of the things he says. Maybe not for Americans, like with mass deportations and no new wars and things like that. But for other countries, yeah, sure, he definitely follows his promises. With this war, though, we are looking at a very likely, at least a high potential likelihood for something bad to happen to a lot of innocent civilians. And I don't really care who you are, but killing women and children is wrong no matter what. You know what I mean? Like that's my stance. If you are taking the stance where you are fine obliterating women and children, then I have a problem with you. And that's sort of where we're at with this war, unfortunately, where it looks like, I mean, you had Operation Rising Lion, like 200 planes launching dozens and dozens of missiles all into cities, claiming I'm 23 years old. I grew up hearing that Iran almost had nukes. It's been 23 years of my life, and they've almost had nukes the whole time.
Yeah, Netanyahu's been saying that before even 1995. He's been coming out. He's like, in 6 months, they're going to have nukes. In 5 months, they're going to have nukes. So this has just been an ongoing thing. They've been Israel's been dying for us to go to war with Iran. You
Well,
know,
it's funny,
ahead.
right? Because global warming. I mean, Al Gore was
Yeah,
like, "Well,
same
5
thing.
years,
Same
5
tactic,
years,
yeah.
global warming is gonna, the icebergs are gonna shrink," and everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, global warming!" And now all the conservatives are like, "Come on, give me a break." But they're still going, "But we have to stop Iran because they're
Yeah.
getting nukes." It's
Yeah.
like, guys,
They literally, someone opened up a diary from George Bush. That's what I said. I said I left in 2025 to LA and returned in 2003 back to Florida. They were like, there are weapons of mass destruction. This is an actual quote. If you were part of our book club, you would know this quote. To go into Iraq, they said, there's weapons of mass destruction. And he goes, is there any proof? And I don't know if it's Condoleezza Rice or if it was Rumsfeld or you know, Pearl or one of these neocons, but he said, they go, when does he, they go, we don't know if he has nukes. And they go, when is he going to have nukes? And he goes, 2 years, 3 years, tomorrow even? It's like, okay, so you don't know, dude. So
Yeah.
what are you talking about? So remember, we went into Iraq to get the nukes, okay? Like, we went into Iraq to get nuclear weapons. Also, Pakistan has nuclear weapons. India has nuclear weapons. Israel has 200. Why is
supposedly
well,
they won't clarify.
Yeah.
Well, JFK is not alive partially because of that. But
Yeah, exactly.
but it's like, okay, like, dude,
Well,
what is going on here?
Well, it's interesting to like see where you hear this rhetoric from because a lot of it is from like Turning Point, for example. There was this girl, I don't know, she was some Jewish girl in Turning Point, and she tweeted out like, "We just don't know. We could be 4 hours away from Iran like launching their nukes. Like this is what we need to do," because this was like in defense of Israel striking Tehran at the time, and it was just like they've been saying that for years, like you were saying, but I think what it speaks to is the fact that there are these like media organizations on the right that exist to perpetuate that narrative and to feed into this whole fear-mongering campaign. And I think Turning Point's honestly one of them.